Yeah, you know, like I said, it just depends on the flow of the game and how things are going, and you know, if we go back to that week that worked in our favor, and kind of see how it goes. You know, it'll be a week by week deal, but they're both going to play, and they're both going to play a lot. How's that for a crystal ball? Does that work?
I don't know.
That hit sucks because I didn't give you anything you wanted.
Well, that did sound like a prediction.
Hey, Tony, when you coach a guy like Antonio Williams, he seems very upbeat given the fact that he's got two guys that are 1,000-yard rushers in front of him. What's it like coaching a kid like that, and how is it that he's maintained such a good attitude through a situation that might not be so exciting for most young kids?
Well, first and foremost, he's a pro. You know, he's a professional about how he handles his business. He's an extremely mature kid. He has improved. You know, he's probably, you know, in my estimation, probably one of the top 3 guys on the team as far as improvement. That's been coming from me, and obviously I have a little bias problem. But he's had a great training, a great attitude, but he's a pro and he handles his business. And at the end of this, all you can do is do the best you can. And when your number's called, you show up, and that's what he's done.
I'm kind of assuming that Mike has stayed healthy this spring, and that would mean last year he started probably slower than he wanted.
Well, yeah, when you're on the field, you get reps, you know, and so that's been a good thing for him and everyone else, too, because all of a sudden his reps don't get heaped upon someone else. So, but he has, you know, knock on wood, he's done a good job. He's stayed healthy. He's really doing a good job with taking care of his body. Our doctors and trainers and, you know, our strength conditioning staff and Coach Mick has done. They've been amazing. And Mike's followed their lead and done a nice job.
How much have you wanted to see what you have with JK and Mike this spring, and how much have you wanted to save them wear and tear, and how much?
Well, it's a combination of both. We've seen them both together, and you know, we've done some things. They've both been out there together, and but at the same time, they're very proven guys, you know. And so with that being said, we don't have to beat them to death, you know, in these situations. But they do practice, and when their numbers called, they got to be ready to go. They have been.
Master Teague should probably be in high school right now. Master Teague.
He should be getting ready for prom, right?
Exactly. How's he coming along?
He's getting a lot of reps, and it's kind of drinking through a fire hose, if you will, that little analogy. But he had a really good day today. He did have a good day today. He's getting a ton of reps, and you know, he's a very conscientious kid and wants to do right, and almost a perfectionist. But he's doing well. He's doing well.
Hey, Tony,
I'm happy where his progress is at.
you have very close recruitments with all the guys that are in your room. And I was just wondering, now that you're talking about mastering, what's it like that first week or that first spring finally getting to coach a kid that you guys, or that you personally have gotten very close with over the recruiting process? Now, I know Master's not unique in that, but just finally getting him here, is there a shift in the relationship? Is it different? I mean, how does it,
You'd have to ask him and ask JK and ask Tony. I recruited all those guys, so you'd have to ask them.
I meant from your perspective.
From my perspective, the shift is I probably ripped their ass a lot more than I did in recruiting.
But that's not part of the recruiting pitch.
We kind of the de-recruiting. No, I don't think I'm any different, you know, in the recruiting process than I am when I'm coaching them. And the difference is I'm around them every single day versus once a week. And but no, it's good, and it's good. You know, you build such great relationships with people in the recruiting process, and then when you can get your hands on them every single day, you know, we use the analogy of it's almost like your own children, and it is, because you're with them every single day, and you're able to touch them, put your hands on them, and shake them when they need it, hug them when they need it, and you know, or the combination of the two. But yeah, I mean, I don't think I'm unique in that regard as far as coaching the guys when you get them. I mean, it is what it is. When they get here, they're yours, and you got to care for them like they're your own.
Tony, it's a unique situation to have 2 running backs who both run for 1,000 yards, you know, in the same backfield, not counting the quarterback.
Right.
How do you handle that going
You had
forward?
to throw that in there.
What?
You had to throw the quarterback thing in
Yeah,
there.
yeah. Well, that's what I was getting to. You guys teased us with the possible two backs being in there at the same time. I think it happened like 2 or 3 plays maybe last year.
Right.
Do you have more of that in the package this year? Or
it's been some. We've done some things. Yeah, we've done some things throughout the spring, and you know, we've certainly got that in the arsenal.
But how is having 2,000-yard backs back? How does that enhance the competition?
Well, those guys. First of all, again, every day is a challenge. and then everyone knows it in the room. Antonio Williams, I mean, my goodness, that guy, the way he's playing.
Yeah.
So there's 3 guys that are playing at a very, very high level and know the offense. They know the expectation level as far as our culture and how we do things. They do it right. They're conscientious, and they help one another. And so it's very competitive, but it's all very high, very spirited, and they help one another.
Is there a pecking order there? Obviously, at the end of the year, J.K. was your #1 running back, and Mike went in. Is that still the order of business?
I don't know. I think we could go and could probably chart it with. They're about 50-50 right now. Then Antonio's getting his fair share, his lion's share as well. But those 2 are going about 50. Mike and J.K. are about evened out, 50-50.
And how have you seen it play out from the standpoint of the experience factor? What do you get done more this spring having 2 guys who've been 1,000-yard backs?
Well, there's in the meeting room, we can go further into detail and kind of like graduate level thinking, if you will, and talk about some things. And they do a great job. We get them on the board, and they're talking a lot and talking to one another, and so it's more interactive versus me having to lecture or teach them. There's a very interactive room because they know, and so we can kind of go a little deeper. We'll make a call here. So what else could we do? And they can go to what's next. So that's fun, and to be around your guys that know the offense, and so it's good, and it helps Master out a lot too because he's got 3 experienced guys in there.
Tony, you guys were really successful last year, obviously, with the running backs having 2 1,000-yard rushers the way that you did. I was wondering, in an effort to always improve, did you guys ever take a look, or do you ever look at other teams like Georgia and what they were able to do with 2 very good backs, 2 NFL backs, and do you adapt or change or do anything?
Well, no, we're going to do what we do. Obviously, in the off-season, we always do some off-season studies, and you study people that are doing some things you might want to look into, and so yeah, but that's not just Georgia and else. I mean, that's in anything you're doing. You kind of evaluate what you're doing, look and say, well, here's what we can do, and who's doing X, Y, and Z out there that might be conducive to what we do, and you go and study them. That's everybody all over the country, so we're not unique there as well. But yeah, I mean, we looked into some of that.
You mentioned the quarterbacks. Has anybody stepped in? We haven't talked to anybody since last week. Has anybody stepped up at quarterback?
You have to ask the quarterback coach.
Did you get him out here?
Does the phrase like keep all the backs happy?
No.
Is that part of your vocabulary, or is it just win the game?
What's your name?
My name is Doug.
Doug, okay. I'm not a kind of guy to keep people happy. I didn't just go ask my children. No, I'm not worried.
Keep your children happy?
Yeah, no. I'm not in to keep people happy. And the guys that deserve to play are going to play. There's going to be a lot of competition. They all know it. They're going to champion each other's successes and help one another out. When they're not having success, somebody better help pick them up, because that's part of the culture of our room. And we go as one goes, we all go. And it's not about keeping guys happy. Guys that produce are going to play. The guys that earn the right to play will play. And it's not about keeping people happy. You're happy when you win.
How much do we see? How much do we see J.K. and Mike on Saturday in the spring game? Are they
the spring game?
Yeah, are they the guys that will play a few and then sit out?
Yeah, they're going to play. Yeah, those guys will play in the spring game. I can't tell you how many reps.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not going to risk doing some stuff to them that we don't need to, but they'll be out there.
Yeah. Tony, how much has Antonio closed the gap?
A lot. He's one of our most improved players, I believe. Again, being biased, but he's closed it a lot. He's really improved his game from top to bottom.
And how is he comes in like all these guys, as blue chip guys, and he comes in and kind of gets dropped to the bottom of the pecking order and takes some time to work his way up. Yeah. How do you handle everything?
Again, very professional. And does he like it? No. Well, if you don't like where you're at, work harder. And he's done that. And he's really improved, and the things that Mick and them have done with him as far as his speed and conditioning and strength levels, and he's become a much better football player, and great. He's one of the leaders in my room. He's a great leader and helps, does a great job in recruiting. I mean, just overall, he understands the culture of this program and what we're trying to do, and he's doing a great job. Proud of him.
Hey, Tony, Kevin had talked about how with the continuity in the offensive staff, there's more comfort there now.
Right.
What kind of payoff could that bring to you guys this year?
Well, it's like saying, just the comfort level, and you, when you're comfortable, you play a lot faster, and play a lot faster, probably be a lot more efficient.
But comfort level and the coaches also involved.
Absolutely. Oh,
it's
absolutely.
Like the same,
As our staff,
it's almost the same as a player.
Absolutely, absolutely. And you know, you very cohesive unit in the staff room, and which leads to cohesive units in the unit rooms, which leads to cohesive locker room. And so yeah, I think it all goes hand in hand.
You've got two coordinators in that room, not co-coordinators. You got two coordinators. So,
Right.
Who's the boss in the room?
Coach Meyer.
Oh, he's always in the room.
How's that?
He's always in the room.
That's it.
Has that created any kind of like, I don't know?
No.
Yeah.
Come on, those guys, Kevin and Ryan are consummate professionals and great guys, and great leaders and great men. I mean, no, there's no professionals.
So from your vantage point, who on the offensive line, those young guys, who has caught your eye? Because obviously you get to catch, even when you're watching video, you see what they're doing.
Thayer Mumford has done a really nice job. Gosh, if I had to just pick one, he'd be the guy that's really kind of, to me, and kind of stood out. He's done a nice job.
Has Prince picked up pretty well at left tackle?
Yeah.
What have you seen?
Yeah, he's done a
That
nice
switch.
job too.
Yeah.
Done a nice job too.
Yeah.
If Antonio Williams has earned the playing time, and it sounds like he has, how do you get him a steady share of carries with JK and Mike?
Don't know yet. Dan said I got to keep him happy, so I don't know yet. I'm playing with
You were a running back before, though. I mean, back in the day.
Right.
Most running backs think you got to get 10 or 12 carries just to get into the flow of a game. What's your philosophy on that now, with this offense?
I don't know. I mean, again, it goes back to the question earlier about the Michigan State deal, and I think it's just how the flow of the game and how it's going. And the one thing you do is you like guys that I want all the carries. I was that way too with Coach Bruce. I wanted all the carries.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you do what you do, and as I've gotten older in the thing, it's what's best for the team. And maybe the best for the team is that I don't get all the carries, and as long as we're having success, and those guys have all bought in. But they're highly confident guys, so they want it. They want to put it on their shoulders too, and Antonio right there with them, so it's all good.
Yeah, that's what I'm. Can that ever be? And you've done this a long time, Tony.
Right.
Can that, when you have multiple guys who feel like they're capable of being the guy, can that ever be bad? Or is that good? You want a bunch of alphas who I'm the guy.
Absolutely, and you recruit that way. That's how you want it to be. Because if they didn't want the ball and they didn't want to play and they didn't want to compete, then why the hell I want it? I don't want to be. I mean, I don't want to be around you as a person, let alone coach you as a player. You know what I mean? I mean, if you're not an alpha male, as you put it, if you're not a guy that wants it and is hungry to succeed and compete, then why do I want you? That's just how I think. I'm not saying I'm right, but that's how I think.
So you want a room full of those guys who want to be the guy,
Absolutely.
and then your job is to manage them the best way for this team to win.
That's right.
And that's why you make the big bucks.
I don't know if I make big bucks or not, but that's
Making more than you were.
Yeah, well,
It's a good problem to have, right?
Thank you.